All right, so just a few things about contact sheets, right? So a digital contact sheet is selected images that you want to include in a layout, usually a 5x4 or 5x6 layout of rows and columns. These can then be printed out on any printer using a regular or photo paper. Also, they can just be JPEGs or PDFs that you can look at, right? And this allows you to look at all of your photographs from a photo shoot, and it gives you the ability to see things like your exposure, your white balance, your composition, etc. Like everything that you want to take a look at. Uh, and this will allow you to make choices about what you want to edit and not edit before getting into Photoshop. So here are some examples of of contact sheets, and you'll see that I also have a link here to a Google search so you can take a look at like what contact sheets look like, right? So you're going to create a contact sheet, and then the next step, what you're going to do is annotate a contact sheet, right? And so to annotate a contact sheet is really just to look at your images and think about the ones you want to use and don't use, all right? So your options are to circle or highlight your favorite photographs on your contact sheet, cross out or highlight your least favorite photographs, right? And then you can put crop lines in a photograph if there are things that you want to crop out. You can note techniques that you want to use. Think about your lighting methods. Like, so maybe you need to change the exposure of an image. Maybe you need to change the white balance or saturation of an image. Maybe you need to crop out parts of an image, or you're not meeting the rule of thirds for composition, right? So you are going to think about your images and how you can edit them. And you'll see here there's an example, right, of an annotated contact sheet. So you want to watch this video, make sure you watch it and understand how to do this and proceed. You also want to make sure to watch the video on how to create a contact sheet in Photoshop so that you can put it in this Google slide that will house your contact sheets with your annotations. So the next slide, right, you are going to put your contact sheets on. So you may have one contact sheet or two contact sheets, depending on how many photographs you take or in how many parts or sections you take your photographs, like how many photo shoots you go out on. So you have this page, right? You want to put your contact sheet here. You want to make more slides if you have multiple pages of contact sheets. You want to make sure to delete this text box here. So I'm going to go through the steps of doing this and showing you how to outline or circle or highlight your photographs and make annotations on images. So first I'm going to start off by selecting this and deleting it. And then I'm going to add my contact sheets to it, right? So my contact sheets are on my desktop. And I'm going to go looking for them. So it's contact sheet 1. I want the JPEG, so I'm going to put it there. And then I am going to add a blank page slide and add my second contact sheet because I have 2. So now once that's done, right, I want to then start looking at images closer. You might need to zoom in, right, so that you can see the images you're working with. Right, so if you go up to the magnifying glass here, and you can go and you can zoom in or out of the image, and then jump to page. Right, you want to pick out the images that you either like or don't like and annotate them. So the easiest way to do that, because this is one whole document, is to use the shape tool up top. So I'm going to grab the shape tool. I'm going to go and I'm going to get a rectangular tool. and I am going to draw a rectangle around an image that I want to make a note on. I want to annotate. You want to make sure it has no fill, like it's solid. You want to have a transparent shape, and then you want to have an outline. Best outline to have is red because it stands out. Boom. Change the size of that outline to 2px. All right, so you can see now, like this image is highlighted. So I could then select that square and then use the comments to annotate, right, my image. I'm going to zoom out so that we can see. All right, so I can make notes here, like so I can say, this is an image I want to use for one of my 5 to 6 final images. So then I would so I'm indicating, I'm telling the teacher that whether I want to use this image or not use it, right? And then I can say, and you don't have to annotate every image that's here, right? That's is a lot of work. You can annotate the 5 to 6 images you want to use, and if there are similar images to those 5 or 6 images that you're like, no, this one's better than the other, you could just like X the other one out, so that you know, like, no, I don't like, that's not one that I would use at all. So I'm going to now talk about things like how I would want to edit this image. Um, So something I might want to do is change the exposure to the image because the image is too dark. Another thing I might want to do is correct the white balance because I feel like my images are a little too blue, a little too cool, right? White balance has to do with the temperature of the image. And like maybe you want to crop the image. Maybe there's something in there you don't want. Maybe there's something in the image you want to erase. These are all things that we've taught you. And then you hit comment. And then your teacher, me or Miss Mulaney, will be able to see the annotation, the comment that goes with the specific image, right? So you want to make comments on the images that you want to, the 5 or 6 images you want to edit for your group of final pieces or final images, or like you want to talk about how you don't want something. Like, so this image here, I might want to then go and find a shape that I can use to cross out an image, maybe like something like this circle, go under arrows, or we can go and we can look, I can use the the multiplication symbol, all right, to say like, no, I don't want it. And I'm going to make this transparent again, and I'm going to give it a red outline, and I'm going to jack that up a little. And then like if I want to annotate it again, comment, add a comment, and I'm like, this image is too blurry. Right? And boom. And you want to do that for your contact sheet. You want to at least identify the 5 to 6 images you do want to edit and how you want to make edits to that image, right? That is the minimum. You can also then comment on specific images that you thought would work but don't work and why they don't work. So that is what you're going to do. You're going to annotate those images in your contact sheet. You might have multiple pages. You might have one page. You're supposed to have anywhere between 25 to 30 images in your photo shoot. And that can be broken up into pieces. So you might like have 10 images that you 10 images on a contact sheet, then another contact sheet with 15 images, getting you to 25, right? Or you might have like 10, 10, and 10, getting you to 30. And you just keep adding to this document. But like this is, you need to do is annotate each set of contacts that you put in here. And you will be turning this in. This is for credit. This is graded. If you have questions, if you need to know how to do something again, ask myself or Miss Mulaney, and we'd be happy to help you.